Hello everybody, Crazy Dope Girl / Kawaii Kitties here, always having an identity crisis. Today I am talking about Futari Precure Max Heart. Yeah, and that's the Speedpaint. So this is the sequel of Futari Precure, the last Speedpaint. Watch it if you haven't, I guess. But yeah, so we still have our main characters Nagisa and Hanaka. Let me re-summarize them. So Nagisa, originally found her very partner, what was his name? Meepo, whatever, whichever one it was, like in her bedroom. And then she's sporty and is not the smartest, but is kind of outgoing and is the main character, I guess. Yeah. Then Honoka is the sciencey one, kind of found her very whatever. Is it Mipple? I can't remember. I think it was around like in the city or something, or either on her front porch with her dog. And she's the sciencey one, the smart one. They're kind of opposites. And we have the other fairy Mipple, who is a new baby brat who is the queen's son. Yeah. A lot of the things carried on from the season, sorta, and turns out that Dark King, I'm pretty sure that's his name, kind of like gets broken, or not broken, just kind of gets split apart because he's not dead, and ends up having this not a kid, but it ends up creating this little boy who replaces him, and these evil people kind of protect him. Same thing with the queen of Futari Precure, and she gets turned into the girl in the middle of the drawing who's kind of holding that harp thing that I forgot that wasn't a harp. Yeah, she's the queen. Her name is it's so weird. I just had her name in my brain. Hold up. Hikari, yeah, Hikari, I just remembered. I didn't even have to look at my Google search, I just did. But Hikari, yeah, she is the new character. She is very interesting at the start. She is mysterious, and she really doesn't know who she is at the start. And neither do Nagisa and Honoka. So yeah. And then I'm gonna go back to the little boy. So the little boy is also interesting because he really doesn't know what he's doing there. He's way younger than Hikari. I would say he's 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure it's actually no. I changed my mind. 4, 5, 6. Actually no, maybe not 6, just 4 or 5. He's really young. Yeah, he also really doesn't know what he's doing. What is happening in this world really, and he he's kind of curious. Yeah. Then we have the other villains. I cannot remember anything about them except I remember a lady, 2 dudes, and the same butlers, and maybe that crow that was there. Other than that, I cannot remember any of the villains. At the end, I think this one guy was unexpectedly the main villain. I literally cannot remember. It's been a year. And Futari villains, especially Max Heart, they're even more not that memorable. There is no I cannot tell you a personality trait out of any of the villains except for the little boy. I cannot tell you any of them because they're all just evil. That's their only trait. Evil and muscly and weird looking with their weird looking eyes. I don't know, Futari villains not really splash stars much, but just suck. Everything else was okay. It was okay quality. I don't know, would I call it a step up from original Futari Precure? I don't even know where to put it when it comes to improvements, except for Hikari is awesome. The music for her transformation is great. I still love the music from Futari Precure. I love the music so much. I love the composer. what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so at the end, Shiny Luminous ends up having to sacrifice herself at this pretty interesting ending. Way better, like, just way better looking. Like, when it comes to the fights, compared to the newer Precure series. I'm talking to Delicious Party. Yeah, but they kind of erased that because she's alive and well at the end, and so is the little boy. So it's an okay season of Precure. I'd probably call it the second worst, but that's not a bad thing. It's the second series to ever come out. I'm pretty sure I had more to say about it. I love the attacks in this series. Like, at least, I mean, mine. I get tired of them though. Like, I'll see them the first few times, and I think they're really cool. Nagisa and Honoka had a few more, like, you know, attacks that more than they had in original Futari, but they were still pretty similar. And then Hikari had some really cool attacks actually that boosted them, or it was like she did on her own. And the one thing I will say is that Nagisa and Honoka were more of the like by strength fighters, and Hikari was more of a magic user, which kind of created this interesting dynamic. I know a lot of people probably are like, I wanted everybody to like punch and kick, but I think it's really interesting that they have a magical user and then they just have two fighting girls. It's really cool. I like it. I also like the pose she does at the end of her transformation, Shiny Luminous. Yes. Oh my god. That's why I drew it in there. And I love her attacks. I was having like such a debate for like a year. Probably, maybe not a year, but just a very long time. Like when I was doing all those other Precure drawings. Like I just wanted to do this one actually. Futari and Futari Max Heart. Anyways, like literally, I was wondering if I was gonna do that cool attack where her weapon like turns flat, sort of splits, or I was gonna do the one where like the thingy, her weapon comes straight down into her hand, or like, oh my god, or the one where she's like, oh my, there's so many attacks that are just so cool for Shiny Luminous. Like I love her attacks actually. Like her attacks are awesome. Yeah, I could use some more of them actually. Her attacks are so cool. I could watch her attacks all freaking day. Yeah, but other than that, there were still basically just boring, not interesting filler episodes with a ton of characters I don't care about. Like, whenever I was trying to finish this series, like I literally was just binging it for like a day of just watching like 20 episodes of boringness of random one and off characters, or maybe not one and off, just characters I didn't care about, like in general. So yeah, that's Futari Precure. Now I'm gonna go talk about Delicious Party. So Delicious Party Precure. I can't remember when was the last video I talked about it. It was probably the last one if I'm being completely honest. But like, you know, I can't remember I stopped it when Cure Yum Yum joined, or if it was post after that or before. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, Cure Yum Yum joined. She's just like Hinata from Healing Good Precure, just making the whole cast literally just clones of past Cures. Like, it's okay with I'm okay with having a few characters that are not clones completely, but like, oh my god, I can literally tell you a bunch of characters that could replace them. Maybe not, what was the blue Cure's name again? I know her name is Cure Spicy for some reason. Let me look up her name. Cure Spicy. Kokone. I don't know. Like, yeah, Kokone. So, Kokone, you know, she's a little more unique in the aspect that she's shy, but let's be honest, she's just another blue Cure who knows how to study. And then as well, they kind of forgot about the guy who I actually found interesting. I really like him. Not really though, because they haven't shown much of his character, but I just like the idea of him, because he's interesting. Rosemary's okay, if I'm being honest. Rosemary just like, I don't know, he just kind of talks like, yeah, the narrator's just terrible. Can I just like delete the narrator? Like, I was worried about this when they like announced there's gonna be a narrator. Anyways, yeah, Yui, average pink cure, could literally replace her with any other pink cure. I'm used to pink cures and mainly in general just being samey at this point. I think I already said something about the cure Yum Yum. Whatever. What was her name again? Let me look that up. I cannot remember her name. I love the name Cure Yum Yum though. Yum Yum. Ron? I think Ron is what she calls herself, I'm pretty sure. She's literally just a clone of Hinata from Healing Good Pretty Cure. I'm pretty sure I said that a minute ago. There was like literally all of these characters, the three main girls, have nothing unique about them except for Kokone or Kokone. I cannot, like, I know how to pronounce her name in my head, but like, yeah, none of them are interesting. And then we have our mid-season cure. Yeah, she isn't here yet, but like yesterday they revealed that she was actually the student council president. Shook. I didn't know. Anyways, yeah, she keeps doing this head thing. Ace and Sung pointed that out. I didn't notice it until he said so. But like, I realized that she's kind of a clone of Regina and all the other good to bad. Mid-season cure is just less interesting. Like, for some reason, they made it so, quote unquote, she cared about the kids or something and wouldn't hurt them, but like, she never got the chance to do it with the whatever, the Mbazos, what those things. Yes, they can't even hurt anybody because Rosemary does that delicious field. Yeah, and I guess they did, I don't know, after, revealing her, I guess. Their powers, I kind of like them. For some reason, they squeezed Cure Yum Yum's and Cure Spicy's power-ups into like this one into episode 11. I don't know why they would do that. They gave Cure Precious a whole episode for it. I'm not shook because they kind of just, they care more about pink cures. It's super obvious in every season at this point that whenever there's like not an interesting cast, they just care about the pink cure. Anyways, yeah, I liked Cure Precious's attack. It was decent. Cure Yum Yum, Cure Yum Yum's attack was meh. There's this like good segment of animation where she kind of like jumped up and it just looked floaty and weird, and the pose wasn't that good, like that well animated. And then we have Cure Spicy. Her attack looked okay. I kind of like the pose where she shot out the thing with the really dark background. I like the dark backgrounds in this season. I really don't like it when transformations have bright backgrounds because it makes like the characters not stand out as much and it doesn't look that great. Yeah, but those are just the reused attacks. The battle scenes still have loads and loads of reused attacks instead of, good kicking animations and stuff. Like, the fight animations still aren't good. Like, at least, I guess it'd be good considered the quality that they have for fights today, I guess. But, like, not really good quality, if I'm being honest. Like, it does not compare to any of the older series. Like, when it comes to fight animation. You don't have to great fight animation every episode. I just expect some good fight animation. Yeah, in the older seasons. Definitely not in the newer seasons at all. Yeah. What else was I gonna talk about? The pink berry thing grew up a little more. That happened. Yeah, I swear I am missing something. I might have to go over that in the next video. I literally cannot remember what I was gonna say. Episode 11, episode 10. What's episode 10 about? Restaurant something. I literally cannot remember. Oh yeah. They tried making the food fairies like cry in episode 10, but it was like so unconvincing. It was just not convincing at all. Like they looked like it looked like they were trying, like I think I was laughing at them. And then the animation quality in episode 10, like when I tell you there were so many just bad frames, like there were just plenty of bad frames, even though like Cure Precious's attack looked okay, like there were just like a lot of just terrible frames. Terrible frames. What else can I say? Let's go to episode 9. What was in episode 9? I literally cannot remember. Was it that episode where... No, was that episode 10? Maybe. I don't know. I can't really remember too much about each episode because they aren't that important to me. In my opinion, Delicious Party Precure, like, it's okay. I did kind of have a rant on Reddit, and people were like, what do you want from the series? And, like, what I want from the series, truthfully, is just, you know, something, like, I just want something new in this franchise, because even, like, Tropical Rouge, like, pretty new. Star Twinkle had some great new concepts. Healing Good did, until they kind of fell back. Yeah, but I think we can I just want something new and fresh each season. And I don't want to rely on always having a pink lead anymore, or having character stereotypes. At the least having character stereotypes. I guess I can deal with just having a pink lead every time, but I just don't want to deal with having all these boring character stereotypes a lot of times. Like, I loved how Tropical Rouge had Kier Lemaire, who's kind of the leader of the team other than Minatsu, but I'd really say it would be Laura. Yeah, she was very spunky and entitled, and I loved her. Yeah. We had we had Cure Papaya, who was a Yellow Cure. Yellow Cure is kind of varied in personality a lot of times. Yeah. But we had a Red Cure Flamingo, and she had this conflict with this other girl about tennis and, you know, morals and stuff. Cure Coral just didn't get enough screen time. She's fine. I'm missing somebody. I can't reply. I think I got all of them. Yeah, I did. There was just like in Delicious Party, like there's just a lot wrong with how boring things are so far, and how there's nothing really stand out about the series. Like, we've already had a cooking season, Kira Kira. Minus it wasn't about, you know, like, this season isn't about sweets. And yeah, like, there's just a lot of just not used things yet in this season. We're only 11 episodes in, so I probably can't judge too quick. But then still, like, they need to get it together. I need to start talking about Takumi, because I'm more interested in him than I'm interested in this mid-season Kira girl, because she's so predictable. At this point, I don't care. I really don't care. I just want to get introduced to him more and have him, like, I mean, he interacted, like, in episode 11 where he was, like, kind of joking with Yui, sorta. But, like, all we've seen of him is just liking Yui. Like, that's all we've really seen of him. And just kind of existing, or just, like, disappearing for a long period of time. They just really need to give him screen time, because like these characters are just not cutting it so far. They're all not interesting when it comes to this series. Maybe if like this was like the first of its own kind, I would be interested. But then when I tell you, like, there are just so many Precure series with like all these characters essentially just in different outfits and done better. Like, really. Anyway, sorry if I'm being kind of ranty again. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the speed paint. It's pretty nice. I'm working on Smile Precure right now. It's going okay. The hair shading is like a bit strong, which could be better. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you. Bye!